Okay, everybody mute your lines. Okay, I think I've got everybody muted. Okay, so we're going to get started here. Shoshona, you can unmute your line, honey.
All right. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining me and Michael. Hi, sweetie.
Did you say hi?
I got to meet Michael in Ashland, Oregon, a couple months ago. Charming, beautiful, handsome guy.
Oh, wow.
And his mom, Shoshona, is one of the master practitioners. And when I was up there, God told me to do 4 sessions with you guys. And so we're doing these for free, and we're going to be putting them on YouTube so that other people can benefit from this work. And Michael, thank you. And Michael wanted to do this, so this is Michael's choice.
Yay.
So if you could, Shoshona, share with us a little bit, and then I'll get started and start doing work.
Well, Michael came down with autism at 2. He was writing letters in the sand before 2, really advanced. And I'm thinking it had to do with vaccinations. And we've been doing a lot of diet interventions. He completely lost his language and got it all back, but he's still really impacted. We have this little angel here, Shasta, who's the love of our lives, one of them. And sometimes he barks, but only like once a month. And Michael gets very upset for an entire day or 2 at a time. So he's pretty impacted by auditory overload and some other symptoms. But he's a great, creative, wonderful guy. We are just so excited and feel so blessed to have this opportunity to work with Tamra.
Oh, he's just such a special guy.
I agree, but I'm the prejudiced mom.
All right, so let's focus on the auditory overload first. And then the next thing I'm going to want to do is clear the side effects and the trauma from the vaccines.
Great.
Okay, so, but first let's work on the auditory overload.
Okay.
And Michael, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start the energy. You're familiar with the sacred activation, so I'm just going to start running the energy, and while I do this, I'm going to be quiet, okay?
Okay.
And Michael, you can think about anything you want to, all right? You don't have to think about anything certain. And anybody else listening to this now or in the replays, just listen and focus on whatever it is for you. Past life thing is actually from a past life, and I'm going to clear that. So we're also running post-traumatic stress. We're also doing inner child. We're also doing defragmentation.
What a good time.
Okay, we're going to start the side effects from the vaccines. We're going to clear all of that. And I really see that moving through your DNA. There's some codes in your DNA that are being rewritten and reorganized. Okay, we're doing organ rejuvenation. They keep showing me his brain. There's a line I'm going to be erasing. Shoshana, we're doing anger and resentment towards God.
Thank you.
Okay, we're adding in hormones imbalance and also brain imbalance. Sorry, these are tears of joy. So again, anger and resentment towards God, brain imbalance, hormones imbalance, inner child defragmentation, post-traumatic stress disorder, side effects from the vaccines, also doing some rewiring in the brain and recoding in the DNA and inner child, and all this is happening now. Michael, I want you to focus on how you want this all to be gone. I know this appointment was your desire, and this is you wanted this. So I want you just to imagine it all being gone, all those side effects, all that negative stuff, just releasing from you now. Okay, honey? Okay. Now, Michael, you might be a little tired for the next couple days while a lot of this is integrating. So just understand it. And some thoughts might come up that you've never maybe even thought about or something, or or some flashes of past lives or something, you might show up and you might see them, but that's okay. And the reason they're coming up is they're clearing. And so sometimes you see things, sometimes you don't. And it's totally okay. And just keep letting it go. And then we're going to do this again in a couple, 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to do 4 sessions with you, okay?
Yay.
And I hope you enjoyed yourself and you want to come back and do it again.
Let's see. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Oh,
Heart.
you're so sweet. I just have goosebumps all over. I had like tears of joy in the middle of this because I'm just so grateful that you showed up and we got to play today. And
Yeah.
it's just so cool. And that you wanted to be here. That's awesome. It's so awesome.
Thank you.
You're so welcome, honey. So everybody that's on the call, you know, I'm going to be posting this to YouTube. It can be replayed. If you're not a practitioner and want to learn how to do this work, we have a couple different ways you can do it. One, you can learn to do it just on yourself. And there's a package, it's called Self-Mastery. It's only $200. You get a full day training plus 26 activations to go with it. And then we have the master practitioner training and the master's training after that. And then after you do the master's, we've got more classes. Plus we have Akashic record classes you can do. Any questions or comments or anything? Shoshona, how about you, honey?
Well, I didn't realize I had resentment towards God because I feel like such a bhaktiite, and I'm just like, Michael's my greatest gift, and I just love to be in his presence. But it was pretty heavy, so I felt that.
Yeah. You know what was really funny is because I was here, and she doesn't think she has this, and then I heard, yeah, but most people don't think they have this. And Tamara, on most of your private sessions, aren't you always doing this activation? It's like, yes. Almost every single private session, I am told to run that activation. And it was interesting, something I got the other day when I was running it. I think it was yesterday. I was on a private session. I had to run the anger and resentment towards God. And then I heard, God is my enemy. God makes me do things I don't want to do, and I have no control over my life, and I have to do what I'm told to do. And that was really, really interesting. So a lot of people might have that part of that, you know, feeling like they're a puppet, and they just have to do what they're told, and they get no choice in the matter. So very interesting. But we all come here to play, and it's all our choice to be here. And even this experience, and Michael, I want to thank you so much for doing this, because you're going to be able to help so many other people. And maybe that's why you did this.
Yeah.
But maybe allow this to happen so that you can help others get through this. So what a gift that you're giving to so many people. So thank you, Michael. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Okay, Caroline, you can go ahead and unmute I'll unmute you. Oh, you unmuted yourself? Okay, go ahead. Now you muted yourself again. Unmute yourself. There you go.
Hi.
Shoshona, can you mute your line? Oh, you did. Okay, thank you. Who else is unmuted? If you can mute your line until we speak. Okay. Oh, Carol, you're unmuted. Go ahead, Carol. And Caroline, I'm sorry, Caroline, I'm gonna mute you again. Carol, go ahead, honey.
Are you talking to me?
If your name is Carol, I am.
Okay. I have a son with Fragile X, and I was wondering if this would also work for him, and should I play it for him, or?
Absolutely, you can play it for him, and you can just listen to it yourself if you would like.
So can I listen to it myself and direct it to him, or?
Yeah. How old is he?
He just turned 25.
Okay. Yeah. I don't understand what he has. I didn't understand that.
He has a genetic disorder called Fragile X, so he's autistic. He's kind of like a 5-year-old. He's still in diapers, and he doesn't talk.
Okay.
But,
yeah, absolutely play this for him.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot, or?
If you want, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And again, there's going to be 3 more weeks of this.
Okay.
Next week, I'm working with someone that is bipolar and she has suicidal tendencies. So we're going to be working with her next week.
Oh,
But
wonderful.
so I wanted to give Shoshona and Michael a couple weeks before I did another session with them because this work keeps working.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you so
So,
much. You're wonderful.
oh, thank you, honey. I'm thrilled I get to play like this. Funnest job ever. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. I will be posting this on YouTube, so it is free, and you can play it anytime you want. All right. Much love, and thank you so much for joining in. And thank you, everybody, for the
Thank you,
comments.
Tamra.
Thank you.
Tamra, and love you.
Oh, thank you, honey. Love it that you're calling in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.